Before that, things are pretty much blank. I concentrate. Blackouts can be fun if approached with the right mindset. You just can't sweat the fact that you've lost a small portion of your life for all eternity. Occasionally, little bubbles of memory will float up like surreal mylar party balloons at unexpected times throughout the next day and start piecing together a colorful, if incomplete, version of reality. One such balloon presently floats to the surface of my memory. It bears the caption, "Whole body's perfect. Congratulations on finding a place to sleep last night." I get a flash of a bright, white apartment, an amazing skyline view, and a cheese omelet with hash browns served in a round foil deli container. It's from this morning. I was at that boy's apartment, the boy from Lucky Shing's, last night. I'm not even going to attempt the mental exercise of conjuring up a name. I think I've accomplished enough. I've determined where I woke up, what meeting I'm in, and whose clothes I'm wearing. A good day's worth for a Friday. Coming up with a name would just be showboating. I can't wait for this meeting to be over so I can go put my muddled head down on my desk. Okay, so today's book is I Am Not Myself These Days, a memoir by Josh Kilmer-Purcell, and it's, of course, a true story, as the word memoir suggests. But anyway, so Josh is living the double lifestyle. At night, he is this drag queen who's won all these competitions, and then in the day, he goes to his button-down, collared dress job. So they don't know anything about his night lifestyle at his work. But anyways, so the story goes that Josh goes to do one of his things at night where he works at a club and stuff or does competitions, and he meets this guy named Jack, and Jack is a male escort who's very addicted to cocaine and has wild parties. But anyways, so the part that I read was from his morning after he first met Jack, and he doesn't know where he is, but he takes some of the clothes and then just goes on to work like it's nothing. And so things you should know is Josh is an alcoholic, and he's very sleep deprived. He only gets like 3 hours of sleep, and because he's living these two lifestyles, he's got to constantly keep up with it. And also he's got his relationship now with Jack, so it's like all this huge dramatic stuff going on, because whenever Josh moves into the apartment with Jack, and they all have their little fling. They have their morning rituals, that couples do, where they go to a certain deli in the morning to get breakfast, and then they leave little notes to each other, and it's really cute, and you're thinking, wow, that's kind of nice. But then you start to realize it's falling apart. I mean, you have one that's addicted to cocaine, and then the other one's living like all these lifestyles and trying to juggling all of them, and it's just, it's gonna fall apart. But you're like hoping one of them, like, that they make it. But anyways, so at the end of the story, it kind of goes back like where he tries to get a hold of some of the people he knew in his past. I don't want to give it away too much, but it's a really good book. I mean, if you're homophobic, you might not like this book, but I don't think it gets too bad where anyone would be like, oh my gosh, this is so gross, I'm gonna put it down. It didn't bother me any. Of course, I read all sorts of books, so nothing really does faze me. But it's a really good read. I read it for a class I took in high school, and I just really loved it.